But I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Come on, take my hand. I wanna to the holy land. Let's go. I wanna go back to Zion. It's the promised land. I wanna go back to Zion. You know that Zion train is coming your way. You better get ready.
All right. All right. I'm back, and my name is Yamsuf Arif, and this is the Real Talk for Real People study program, a program designed to study the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaqub, and certainly get perspective on his people, because for all intents and purposes, we need to study them so we can understand the dynamics, the equations, and certainly in these contemporary times, for the students to understand what's going on around them, so they won't be totally confused about everything. And this, there again, we study the enemies of the Most High, because for all intents and purposes, they are the enemies of the Most High chosen people, whom He chose also. So, Nasanya won't be with us tonight, but Brother Katra is with us. And so, before I introduce Brother Katra, I simply like to issue a blessing to the nation and the students. Most High bless this nation, help them to understand the dynamics, what's going around them, because they appear to be totally confused about everything. Help them to understand who their captors are, and they're still in captivity, deep behind enemy lines, as Neely Fuller Jr. says. And not only are they deep behind enemy lines, they're totally confused about everything. They don't know which way is up nor what time it is. Y'all open their eyes, awaken their lethargic and their complacency. Along with that, y'all, along with the students, give them wisdom, understanding, and certainly humility. Praise Yah and bless His holy name. So, without further ado, let me introduce my brother, Brother Cottrell. Brother Cottrell, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot.
Thank you, Brother Yam Sufari, and may the Most High bless you and my sister Nasanya and our whole nation. Bless you, all my soul, and all that's within me. Bless His holy name. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to our Creator, the Holy One of Yisrael, the Elohim of our fathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yisrael. Give Him thanks and praise for all things and everything. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Brother Cottrell, I'm trying to work on something right quick, but while I'm working on this, I want to inform the students how the format of the studies will proceed tonight. Okay. Now, I will lead the studies off in the book of Tehillim. You might be unfamiliar with the name of this book, but it's the actual Hebrew name for this book. You might be much more familiar with the Greco-Roman name Psalms, chapter 127, laboring and prospering with Yah. Simply said, This song was written by King Salomo, King David's son. It's talking about putting in the work and not putting in the work in vain. Along with that, Brother Cottrell will conclude the studies tonight in the book of Devarim. I know you're unfamiliar with this name, this Hebrew name. It is the actual name for this book. You might be much more familiar with the Greco-Roman name, Deuteronomy, chapter 23. There are exclusions in our nation. Everybody can't show up. Those excluded from the congregation. The cleanliness, I may have to go back. Yeah, no, that's correct. Cleanliness of the campsite. Yeah, I was concerned about keeping the campsite clean, not throwing everything and having smoke in the bear come tell you get rid of things. And a continuation of the miscellaneous laws. So, if my dear brother and friend, Brother Cartier, is ready to proceed, I'm ready to proceed. Brother Cartier, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Brother Yamsu, but just one thing.
Yes, sir.
When you say your prayers to the Most High, you should include yourself with the nation of Israel instead of saying they and them. It's us and we, because we're in the
Well, I
same boat.
do include it. Maybe I'm speaking in a singular term, but it's inclusive of me also.
That's why you need to use the term we and us instead of they and them.
Thank you, brother.
Right?
Right?
Because the social engineering is on our nation. And we may have enlightenment, but it affects our whole nation. So it's us that's affected.
Yes, you had to stay up on it. We're all affected.
Praise Yah.
We all should stay on point and up on it. Thank you, Brother Carteret. Fellow students, Teely Hymn 127, written by King Salomo. King Salomo is saying, you have to have the key component. It's just like mixing a cake together. If you leave out the certain element of the cake, you're baking the cake, and the cake is not going to be of any viable tasting. And I think a key component of cake is flour. You can't make a cake without flour. Simply said, you can't do anything without Yah. That's what I'm getting to. Unless Yah builds the house, and unless Yah is in that component, and it should be, we labor in vain. It says they. But it says, but I said, we labor in vain who build it. Unless Yah is the central control, you labor in vain. Unless Yah guards the city, the watchman stays awake in vain. Unless Yah is in the key component of guarding the city, your homes, and so on and so forth, your communities. The people that stay awake are staying awake to watching out in vain. If Yah is not guarding the city, your homes, and so on and so forth, the watchmen are staying awake in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early. Even it's vain for us to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows. For so he gives his beloved sleep. Those are vain endeavors, to rise up early, sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrow. For if you certainly may be lacking in your sleep, even Yah gives sleep to his beloved. Even your sleeping component, Yah, for so he gives his beloved sleep. Yah gives it to us. So all these endeavors, unless the Most High is central command, building the house, the labor is in vain. Who build it? Guarding your cities, communities, and so on and so forth. The people who's looking out are awake in vain. Even to the extent it is vain for you to rise up early, unless Yah is the key component. To sit up late, unless Yah is the key. To even eat the bread of sorrow. It's in vain. unless Yah is the central control. For so, along with that, he gives his beloved sleep. To that, even to that extent, Yah even gives us sleep because we are his beloved. And he says in stanza 3, behold, children are inheritance from Yah. And yes, they are. Children are a heritage from Yah. Children, the fruit of the womb, is a reward from Yah. And children are like this instead, if they're codified. These children have to be codified. You have to train them. Stanza 4. They are like arrows in the hand of a warrior, our children. So are the children of one's youth when you were young. Stanza 5. Happy is the man and a woman who has a quiver full of them. A quiver full of straight arrows, not no crooked arrows now. Crooked arrows ain't gonna do you no world of good. But those arrows got to be straight in your quiver. Meaning they have to be trained and tested. As a result, these parents, these straight arrows, these children, they should not be ashamed. But these parents will have this along with them if they have these straight arrows. But should speak with their enemies in the gateway. They gonna get the best of their enemies by virtue of their children. If these are straight arrows, your children, codified by Yah, and Yah's essential control, the parents should not be ashamed, but will speak with their enemies. They'll get the best of their enemies by virtue of their children. And their children are the end result of their training. Simply said, unless Yah is the key component, your arrows are crooked. Unless Yah is the key component, you building a house, you're building it in vain. Unless Yah is the key component, you guard your city, your community, and so on and so forth. The watchman who stays awake, that knows what Brother Katra and Nasanya and I, you fellow students, are watching in vain. Unless Yah guards the city. It is vain for you to rise up, even get up early. I get up early in the morning. But it's vain for you to rise up early in the morning unless Yah is in central control. Even to sit up late, unless Yah is in central control. Even to eat bread of sorrow, even to have your moaning periods of moaning. Unless Yah is in central control, you're mourning in vain. For so, even to this extent, unless Yah is in central control, which gives his beloved sleep. That's where you get it from. Yah has to be central control. Thank you, King Solomon. And praise Yah. Brother Katra, any comments on the commentaries?
All praise to the Holy One of Israel. Thank you, Brother Yamsu, for our great king, King Shlomo, King Solomon, considered to be the wisest man that ever lived. And what he's saying, Yah is in control. It's not if Yah was in control. No, Yah is in control, which is why he gives his beloved sleep. Are we his beloved?
Yes, sir.
Are we sleeping like babies at night?
I certainly do.
In the midst of this captivity, amongst people that hate us, only Yah could do that for us, right?
Yes, sir.
And I like the fact that the 5th verse is, happy is the man that has his quiver full of children.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't say happy is the man who has his quiver full of boys. Because girls are important, boys, just as important as the boys.
Exactly.
So it says in the first verse, except Yah build a house. Are we trying to build a house of Israel? The nation of Israel?
That's what we should be trying to.
No, that's what we're doing. We ain't trying. We're doing it. But Yah is doing it in actuality, right?
Exactly.
Otherwise, we laboring in vain, aren't we?
Exactly.
If Yah ain't doing it, Yamsu, me, you, and I, and the council of elders are doing this, what?
In vain.
So it's Yah who's doing this. And the fact that our cities have not been kept, guess what? Except y'all keep the city. I don't care how bad your brothers think y'all are. Because we got some of the baddest brothers on the planet, don't we?
Yes, sir, boss.
Y'all said you're watching in vain. Because here we are in captivity with some of the baddest brothers on the planet. And we couldn't even hold our cities down, could we?
No, sir, we couldn't, Brother Cottrell.
And then he said, it's vain for you to rise up early and sit late to eat the bread of sorrow. And you know we good at singing the blues, right?
Yes, sir.
Y'all said all that's in vain. All the time we've been singing the blues, guess what? Has y'all been giving us sleep? We can sleep in peace.
Yes, yes, sir, yes.
In the midst of our blues, we can sleep in peace thanks to Yah and only Yah.
The only way, brother.
So children are a heritage of Yah. You don't know if you're going to have a son, a daughter. You don't know if they're going to be short or tall, smart or dumb. Yah saying they are a reward from him. And I have to testify because I wanted to commit suicide at 14. I'm like, yo, yeah, ain't no love on the planet. And Yah said, I'm going to show you love. And how did he do that? He showed me love through my children. My children are a reward for me from Yah. And I didn't even know this was written, but I see my children as a reward to me from Yah. And he says they're like arrows in the hand of a mighty man. So are the children of youth, which means we have to train our children in the way they should go. So they won't be crooked arrows in this world, trying to navigate in a crooked way. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. And you know what, Brother Cottrell and fellow students? The uses of an arrow is a delicate use. You just can't just grab your arrow and throw it up. You got to handle those arrows delicately. And they get, along with being straight, you have to handle in a delicate fashion. And the handling of the parents should be in a delicate fashion, in a true fashion. So the children, the arrows can come out straight and true. If you don't handle them in a delicate fashion, your aims will be off the mark. Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Fellow students, as promised, my dear friend and brother, fellow elder Brother Cottrell, we end the studies tonight in the book of Devarim, chapter 22. Those excluded from the congregation. Yah is excluded, not us. Cleanliness of the camp. Yah is concerned about the earth. He leaves nothing to chance and a happenstance. Brother Cottrell, may the Most High continue to give you wisdom, understanding, and certainly humility. Praise Yah. My dear friend, you have the mic.
Thank you, Brother Yamsuf Ari. And the title of this particular chapter is the reason why I advise you to include yourself in our prayer instead of saying, they and them. We, because you never want to be excluded from the nation of Israel, do you?
I concur.
So
150%.
We're going to find out about that exclusion because you don't want to be in that category. Praise Yah. We give thanks and praise to the Holy One of Israel for our great prophet, our brother Moshe, who was diligent in his service to the Most High, to the point where in this generation we can see our past and get enlightenment from our ancient father, our brother Moshe. In the book of Devarim, chapter 22, he says, you shall not see your brother's ox or his sheep go astray. Because today's time, we don't give a damn. We just thinking about ourselves, right?
Exactly.
What happens to your brother, you don't even think about. You only thinking about you. But that's not the mindset we should be in. He said, don't let him go astray and hide yourself from them. You shall in any case bring them again to your brother, because that's the right thing to do. And if your brother be not near to you, or if you know him not, you don't even know the brother, then you shall bring it unto your house, and it shall be with you until your brother ask of it. You're supposed to say,
Brother Cottrell. Dear friend, you're in chapter 23.
I'm in chapter 22.
Well, no, you should be in 23.
I didn't read this yesterday.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Cartier, I can assure you, you read that 22.
I'm sorry.
You in 23.
All right.
Thank you, Brother Cartier. The son you just came up and informed me, brother.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. We haven't read this. If a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband, then they both of them shall die. We didn't read that yesterday.
Yes, we did, brothers.
Of the man that lay with the woman,
I assure you, we read that. We read that yesterday, brother.
I'm sorry, Ak, we didn't read this yesterday. But we'll read 23. You could go back in the videos. I know for a fact that we didn't read this yesterday. 23. He that is wounded in his stones, meaning in his groins, or have privy member cut off, is castrated, shall not enter in the congregation of Yah. A bastard shall not enter in the congregation of Yah. Even to his 10th generation shall he not enter in the congregation of Yah. An Ammonite or Moabite shall not enter the congregation of Yah. Even to their 10th generation shall they not enter the congregation of Yah forever. Our cousins, Moab and Ammon, Yah don't want them in his presence because they met you with, not with bread and water in a way, when you came forth out of Mizraim, and because they hired against you Balaam, the son of Beor, of Pathor, of Mesopotamia, to curse you. Nevertheless, Yah, your Elohim, did not hearken unto Balaam, but Yah, your Elohim, turned and curse into a blessing for you. Because Yah, your Elohim, loves you. Yah loves us. Nobody can curse us because Yah loves us. You shall not seek their peace, nor their posterity, their children, all the days forever. Don't marry them. You shall not abhor an Edomite, for he's your brother. We got brothers walking the street hating Edom and abhorring Edom. What y'all say?
You should not abhor Edom.
Don't do it. Why? Because he's your brother. Just like Joseph didn't abhor his brothers, did he?
No, he didn't.
For what they did to him. You have to be like Joseph, because Esau is our brother. You shall not abhor a Mizraim. Right? Why should we? Right, Hamites. Why are brothers hating Hamites? What's wrong with y'all?
I don't know, brother, but you shouldn't.
Why? Because you were a stranger in their land. And did they treat us hospitably in the beginning?
In the beginning, they certainly did, Brother Cartier.
Okay, so we don't have nothing against Mizraim, do we?
No, we don't.
The children that are begotten of them shall enter into the congregation of Yah in their 3rd generation. So you're talking about Hamites entering the congregation of Yah. What's wrong with us?
And Edomites.
And Edomites, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
When the hosts go forth against the enemy, then keep you from every wicked thing. So when you go to war, you can't just go buck wild. You got to keep your integrity, your uprightness, even when you go to war. If there be among you any man that is not clean by reason of uncleanness that chances him by night,
you have a wet dream.
Then he shall go abroad out of the camp, and he shall not come within the camp, but he shall be. When the evening come on, he shall wash himself with water, and when the sun go down, he shall come into the camp. You shall have a place also without the camp, whither you shall go forth abroad, and you shall have a paddle upon your weapons, and it shall be when you will ease yourself. That means number 2, not number 1, but number 2. You shall dig therewith, and shall turn back and cover that which cometh from thee. Don't animals do that?
Yes, sir.
I know smoke do it.
Yes,
For
sir,
Yah,
sure
your Elohim walks in the midst of your camp. What does that mean?
Keep it clean.
Because why?
Yah walks in the midst of your camp.
Did Yah want to walk with mankind from the time of Adam?
It certainly appears to be so, Brother Cartrell.
So because man is so wicked, he chose our nation to show that he wants to walk amongst mankind.
Exactly.
And in walking amongst mankind, he's given us the codes in order to be in close proximity to his presence,
With
right?
his creation.
Not his creation, but him himself. Him himself, while he walks where? In the midst of the camp. That's why I say our job is angelic. We have to do what the angels do. Minister to the spirit of Yah while he walks in the midst of the camp of Israel to deliver you and to give up your enemies before you. That's why Yah walks in the midst of us, because he fights our battles for us. But we have to have codes and regulations to keep us clean before him. And if we're not clean, we got to separate ourselves until we are clean. Therefore shall your camp be holy. Why must the camp be holy? Don't say righteous, it must be holy. Because Yah's walking in the midst of our camp. That he sees no unclean in you and turn away from you. Because Yah will withdraw himself as soon as he see our nation unclean. You shall not deliver unto his master the servant, which is escaped from his master to you. Now, why would somebody do that? Maybe his master was abusive. He ran to you for protection. And you can't give him back to his master, who was mean and cruel to him. He shall dwell with you, even among you, in that place which he shall choose in one of your gates, where it likes him best. You shall not oppress him. There shall be no whore among the daughters of Israel. We need to advertise that in every neighborhood we live in, right?
Yes, sir.
Nor a sodomite among the sons of Israel. We should advertise that in every neighborhood that we live in, right?
Yes, sir.
You shall not bring the hire of a whore or the price of a dog, meaning homosexuals, into the house of Yah your Elohim for any vow. So we can't take donations from the LGBT community, nor can we take donations from whores. For even both of these are an abomination unto Yah your Elohim. And
Something greatly abhorred.
this is when we had our own nation, rules and regulation, judges, prophets, priests, kings, when we were running things. You shall not lend upon usury to your brother. No interest charges. Usury of money, interest charges, usury of victuals, usury of anything that is lent upon usury. Usury is interest. If I give you $100, what must I expect back?
$100.
That's it. When you go to a bank, if you borrow $1,000, what they want back?
They want interest, brother.
Yeah. And if you don't pay that interest, it's going to compound. More interest upon interest. But unto your brother, you shall not lend upon usury, that Yah your Elohim may bless you in all that you set your hand to in the land where you go to possess it. So in our land, we don't charge interest. You borrow 100, you pay back 100.
But
When
to
you,
a stranger, in verse 20, it says, to a foreigner, we can charge interest.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Unto a stranger,
Yeah,
you
you
may
missed that.
lend money
Yeah.
upon interest, which they do to us because we're strangers to them, right?
Yes, sir.
But to your brother, you shall not lend upon usury, that Yah may bless you in all that you set your hand to do in the land where you go to possess it. When you shall vow unto Yah your Elohim. Did we vow to Yah our Elohim, Yamsu?
Yes, we do.
Did the elders vow to Yah our Elohim, Yamsu?
Yes, we did.
And if we did, guess what Yah is saying?
We need to honor our vows.
You shall not slack to pay it. For Yah your Elohim will surely require it of you. And it will be a sin in you. But if you shall forbear a vow, you don't have to take a vow. It shall be no sin to you. That which is going out of your lips, you shall keep and perform. That's why I'm still an elder on the council of elders, because I took a vow. That is
I
why
did too, my
Yamsu
brother.
Ari is still an elder on the council of elders, because we took a vow. Are we lacking in it? Are we
No, we
slacking to
aren't,
pay
brother.
it?
No, we aren't.
And what would happen if we did?
We'd had to pay it, brother.
Yah will require it of us, right?
Hmm.
And it would be a sin on us if we didn't. Verse 24 says, when you come into your neighbor's vineyard, then you may eat grapes. Fill at your own pleasure, but you shall not put any in your vessel. Don't come into your brother's farmyard and bring a sack. You're gonna stack up.
No, don't come on, Yum Super property with no sack. Come on, eat all you want to eat. Leave your sacks.
Yes. So when you come into the standing corn of your neighbor, and you may pluck the ears with your hand, but you shall not move a sickle unto your neighbor's standing corn. Don't bring no sack. You know, you can eat corn raw. That's what you're saying.
Yes,
Just
sir.
eat it right there.
I've eaten it raw.
Raw corn. You ain't got to cook it.
Mhm.
Praise Yah. Bless his holy name.
Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Praise Yah and bless his holy name. Brother Cottrell, I see no need to further iterate and be redundant because I lamb backed off of you. And I got my fill of the studies. But Brother Cottrell, any additional comments on the commentaries?
As we read these laws, statutes, and commandments that he's given our nation, do they make sense?
It make a whole lot of sense.
Are they logical, rational, reasonable? Can we do it?
Yes, sir, we can. They're not as strenuous,
And the question is, why didn't our ancient fathers do it?
stiff-necked and stubborn, brother.
So we have to learn a lesson to not be like them, because they're not hard to do.
No, sir, they
They're not,
aren't.
they're not difficult to comply with. As a matter of
I
fact,
would say
comply, it brings us blessings.
it does.
Praise Yah and bless his holy name.
Praise Yah. Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Well, Brother Cottrell and I have done our due diligence studies as far as the Most High Word is concerned. But I will share with you the formation of this so-called JC thing. And then we'll close out the studies. The spread of the Reformation, how it came about. Remember I told you about the fellow Martin Luther. Initially, Luther had no intention of creating a new religious movement. He had no intention of being a Lutheran. Instead, he strenuously argued for reform, urging the church to return to the spiritual tenets in the Gospels. But his vision tapped into resentment against abuses of the papal court and the wealth of the European clergy. Humanism, too, fostered resistance against the grip of the church on public life. Martin Luther soon became the center of a group of reformers who wanted to move beyond the question of indulgences and other practices to tackle even more serious grievances, including the church's very authority. The recent invention of the printing press enabled the reformers to publish pamphlets that were read throughout the continent. In 1518, Martin Luther was summoned to Rome, where he refused to recant. Pope Leo X issued a circular letter that declared Martin Luther 95 Theses to be a work of heresy. The Lutheran faith, a derivative of Catholicism. He wasn't trying to get away, he was trying to reform, just like these other derivatives. Martin Luther responded by writing 3 theses that will lay the foundation of the Lutheran Church, a branch of the Roman Catholics. He argued that the saving grace of God's love could be received through faith and faith alone, rather than through good works as the Catholic Church had preached. The true source of salvation, said Martin Luther, was the gospel. Therefore, only the 3 sacraments ordained by God and the Bible, baptism, confession, or reconciliation, and Eucharistus should be considered holy sacraments. Furthermore, Luther called on German princes to stop paying ecclesiastic tribute to Rome, support an end to compulsory celibacy by clerics. He didn't want the so-called priests to be compulsed to be not mess with women, maybe get them some little boys, and becoming actively involved in creating an indigenous German church. The response was extraordinary. Many German kings and princes had long resented the dominant role of the church out of Rome. Now, Luther's call gave them the opportunity to radically reorder the way it would operate in their domain. When in 1526 the rulers of the roughly 300 German states were given the choice to offer either Catholicism or Lutheranism, a majority chose the latter, Lutheranism. Germany became divided between the largely Protestant north, predominantly Catholic south, just like doing in Ireland. A rift would heal until the political unification in 19th century. Lastly, the Reformation grew. From Germany, the Reform movement split into Low Countries. After the 80-year war, the Dutch provinces gained their independence from Spain and named the Dutch Reformed Church as the official denomination of the new republic. Danish theologian Hans Thyssen introduced Luther's view to Denmark. From there, Lutheranism spread to Sweden and Norway. As the Reformation grew, other movements sprang up, including one inspired by the French theologian John Calvin. We know about him, Calvinism, 1509 to 1564, who fled to Switzerland to organize Calvinism. When the French king decided to suspend the persecution of Calvin followers, known as Huguenots, the number of Calvinist churches in France expanded rapidly. Alrighty. That concludes the studies in this so-called new thing. And let's get back to the real thing, the everlasting thing. Oh no, before we get back to the Most High and the everlasting thing, let me ask Katja, did he have any comments or commentary about this so-called new thing?
No, sir.
Thank you, brother. I certainly don't ask. But let's get back to the real thing, the everlasting thing. It's been a humbling, honoring experience for my fellow elder and I to bring you these instructions. We have been duty bound and more obligated to do no less in this regard. It's an honor, as all elders should be honored, should be doing their due diligence, more obligation to instruct the nation. Not only Brother Cartier and I, it's incumbent upon all of us. As Brother Cartier made reference to, we, not us, not Cartier, not Yamsu, it's we. And we need to get on the job. It's just that simple. We miss Nasanya, but the Most High willing, she'll be back tomorrow. But fellow students, dealing with the everlasting day, the awesome thing, it works for you. It's working for this universe. You simply have to trust it, meditate on it, investigate it, rely on it, trust in it. Let it be the footsteps and pathways for your pathways and feet. Simply saying, it works if you work it. I know they told you that you need something new. If that's the new that you're looking for, what I just made reference to, the so-called Roman Catholic Church and its derivative, Calvinism, Lutheranism, and so on and so forth, you catch my drift. You're in for a rude awakening. That is not Yah. That is Greco-Roman. Mind controlling the people by virtue of their religion. It's not the first time. They've done it time and time again when the Greco-Romans were in charge. They used religion. Matter of fact, they had warehouses of religion. They'll create one anew every day. But they hooked up onto something. When they came into the land of our land, they saw not the perfect work that we had, because our relationship with Yah was on the decline. We were turning our back away from Yah and casting His word behind. But even to the extent, what they saw, well, this Yah thing seems to be a working thing. These people appear to be subjugated to their Elohim. These people, those people that were, seem to love their Elohim and one another. And they seem to work together in unison. By golly, if we can get something like that, we can control the universe. And certainly they are. And the evidence speaks for itself. But that being said, I don't care what new thing they brought to you. The Most High gonna call them up on it. And you better believe it. There ain't number one thing. That is Yah. Always Yah. Always will be Yah. Forever and ever, ever, ever. And praise Yah. And bless His holy name. That being said, I will make my closing remarks, and I will ask my dear friend and fellow elder brother Cottrell to close us out for tonight. Yah, bless this nation. Bless us. Bless these students. Bless us. Give them the light. Give us the light, wisdom and understanding. And certainly, Yah, we need this more than we needed anything. We need humility, Yah. Give us humility. The nation, our nation, and these students. Praise Yah. May the Most High bless you. Shalom and good night. Brother Cottrell, will you please do us the honor of closing out for tonight?
Love you, Yah, and may the words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart be acceptable to you, our Father, our King. And Yah continue to bless and be with us. Shalom and good night, family.
Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Shalom and good night.
Somebody calling my name. I went down to see. Heard a little small voice calling down at me. How you know my name? Why you calling me? I don't know what to say. They said this wasn't meant to be. Wasn't calling out my name, calling me today. How can I break it down? I didn't know what to say. Wasn't calling out my name, calling near and far. Tell me what you want. You say let me in your heart, let me in your heart, and wisdom in your heart. Let me in your heart, and wisdom in your heart, in your heart, and wisdom in your heart. Oh, let me in your heart, and wisdom in your heart. Somebody calling my name. I went down to see. Heard a little small voice calling down at me.
lightning put forth her voice, in the top of high places by the way, where the paths met, she stands. Beside the gates at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors, she cries aloud, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. O ye thoughtless, understand prudence, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. What could I do? Wisdom calling me over here, over there. Seems like everywhere. Me in your heart, in the night, wisdom in your heart. Ooh, yeah. In the night, I just can't do without it. I can't do without it. Yeah, it's all the way on my mind. Can't do without it. Can't do of his works of old. I was set up from everlasting from the beginning, or ever the earth was. The fear of Yah, the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the All-Holy is understanding. But by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. That's all that's been on my mind. I just can't do without it. No. Can't do without it, can't do without it. And that's all that's been on. Oh yeah. Said I want you. Now therefore, I need you. Ye children, hearken unto me. Stay with me. For happy are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise and refuse it not. Happy is the man that hearkeneth to me. Watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life and obtaineth favor of Yah. But he that misseth me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. Love death. Love death.